Welcome to my scary and horrible channel. Please subscribe and like. Harvey moves down the corridor, probing the wall with one hand until he finally finds the coveted keyhole. From the outside it looks more like an ordinary crack, and the door itself is securely concealed and invisible from a distance. The girl takes a round key with a small fin out of her pocket and, after a short pause, opens before her a secret passage leading downstairs. To be fair, she never thought of the basement of the house as a creepy place. On the contrary, Harvey visited it happily, without a bit of fear. This part of the house held many secrets. It was a pity that her father had kept the basement locked up during his lifetime and only allowed her to enter it when he was present. But now Harvey owns the house, which means she can do whatever she wants. She looks around the room and smiles slyly. Nothing has changed here since her parents' death. All sorts of tools are arranged in rows along the walls, the smaller ones on iron tables. The most interesting toys were made to order, in the medieval likeness that Harvey adored most of all. There was the usual rack, the enormous saws that could saw a man in half, and the old set of scalpels, like the big surgeon who could amputate a limb in a couple of minutes. ChatGPT. As Harvey ventures deeper into the basement, a chilling breeze slithers through the air, causing her skin to prickle with unease. The dimly lit room takes on an eerie atmosphere, casting long, menacing shadows across the ancient tools that line the walls. Each piece seems to whisper sinister secrets, their presence evoking a sense of dread within her. The air grows heavy with the stench of rust and decay, a reminder of the horrors that have unfolded within these walls. As Harvey's gaze sweeps across the room, she notices an unsettling sight: a row of blood-stained shackles dangling from the ceiling, their chains creaking ever so softly as if possessed by some malevolent force. The mere sight of them sends a shiver down her spine, and a flicker of doubt gnaws at her resolve. A sudden flicker of movement catches her attention. In the far corner, a figure emerges from the darkness, its grotesque silhouette dancing with malicious intent. It's a macabre sculpture, a mannequin-like creation crafted from human bones and sinew, standing as a testament to the depths of her father's twisted imagination. Its hollow eye sockets seem to bore into Harvey's soul, as if it knows her deepest fears and revels in her vulnerability. As she edges closer, the walls begin to close in, the space around her growing tighter and more suffocating. The soft whispering of the tools evolves into an ominous symphony of metallic echoes, echoing through her mind. Each step she takes reverberates with a haunting resonance, as if awakening the spirits of the tortured souls that were once subject to her father's demented experiments. Harvey's heart pounds in her chest, the rhythm a frantic drumbeat of terror. A sudden draft blows out the candle she had brought, plunging her into complete darkness. Panic takes hold as her senses are engulfed in a void, her every movement met with unseen obstacles that brush against her with an icy touch. The claustrophobic space becomes a labyrinth of horrors, disorienting her and distorting her perception of reality. Whispers of anguish and tortured screams seem to emanate from the very walls, assaulting her ears and drowning out her thoughts. The malevolent presence that lurks in this accursed basement grows stronger with each passing moment, its hunger for her fear intensifying. It feeds off her terror, relishing in her vulnerability, as if it has been awakened from a centuries-long slumber. hungry for fresh suffering. Harvey's once sly smile now contorts into a desperate grimace of terror. She realizes that her arrogance has led her into a nightmare from which there may be no escape. In the heart of this nightmarish labyrinth, she stands alone, a mere plaything for the malevolence that haunts these blood-stained walls. And as the darkness envelops her completely, she can't help but wonder if she will ever see the light of day again. Thank you for watching. I hope it was scary. Subscribe and like. Next will be even scarier.